Well, hello there, everyone. How are you doing on this terrific Tuesday? It's July 16th, the year 2024. My apologies for not making more videos. I've just been staying busy. And I want to talk to you about how to stay or how to take advantage of being a real estate investor. Okay? Y'all ready? Yeah, I'm going to give you some secrets of the trade. Okay, first of all, I'm not a financial advisor, not a CPA, not an attorney, not a doctor, not a nutritionist. So anyway, with that being said, I've been investing in real estate since 2017, I think it is. Yep. Also got some other investments. But anyway, one beauty of being a real estate investor, you have to pay bills. Sometimes you got to do rehabs, pay for materials, pay for supplies, pay for contractors. If you have paid off homes, perhaps you pay taxes yourself. Or maybe you have a mortgage and you set it up to pay your taxes and insurance yourself versus having an escrow. So why is this an advantage? How can you take advantage of this? What am I talking about? What I'm talking about is getting free travel, free food, free lodging, free rental cars, free airplane tickets, etc., etc., etc. How do you like that view down there? Yep. Let me switch hands here. I'm holding this in my left hand. For my right hand, I got a notebook in my other hand because I got some notes written down. I am just back the other day from a week of travel. Okay? I want to explain to you how this trip worked out. I'm in the country of Panama. All right, I visited the east coast of the United States. I'm from the east coast of the United States originally. Okay? So what I did, I had round trip air tickets for me and the missus, two of us. We flew out of Tucumán Airport in Panama City. We flew into Baltimore Washington International Airport, which is around Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., that general area. Okay? Those two round trip airplane tickets, just economy seats, were free. They were on Copa Airlines. Copa Airlines will feed you. They gave us a meal. Chicken and potatoes, I think it was, or maybe that was the flight back to potatoes. I can't remember what was on the flight there, but they do feed you. That's one of the few airlines that will provide a meal. Okay? When we arrived, we picked up a rental vehicle. We had an SUV. That SUV, one of my credit cards gives me membership in the Emerald Club with National Car Rental. I forget off the top of my head which credit card that was. I did use Chase points for the airplane ticket. Speaking of Chase cards for just a minute, two of their flagship cards are Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase Sapphire Preferred has a $95 annual fee. The Reserve has a $550 annual fee. I do have the Reserve card. What? Mazke's paying $550 a year just for a credit card? Yes. Why am I doing that? First of all, if I get points, and any Chase points, I can transfer them to that card, ultimate reward points. 1 point using the Reserve portal will give me 1.5 points bang for the buck, meaning say 1 point's $1, just as an example, 1 penny, whatever it is. Now I have one and a half pennies or $1.50. Okay, you see what I'm saying? You follow me? So if I had 100,000 points, that's about $1,000 worth of free travel. However, I put it on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and now I got $1,500 worth of travel. Better bang for the buck, correct? Correct. So anyway, that's how I paid for the airplane tickets. We got the rental vehicle then, which I forget what credit card gives me that Emerald Club membership, but it gives me a little bit of discount, 5% or 10% of a discount off their price. It also gives me, with the Emerald Club, they tell you when you get to where the rental car agency is, just walk past the counter, go out to the garage, find all the vehicles in your row of the model of vehicle you're getting, which was an SUV, and just pick out the one you want. Okay, keys are in it. Just pick it out. You don't need to interact with anybody if you don't want to. I always do because I like to ask questions. And then you drive it out, stop at the gate and you're accessing, and they'll verify who you are, scan it, what credit card you're putting it on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, I use the Chase Sapphire Reserve card to pay for it. That gives me, I think, 5x points for a rental vehicle. Maybe it's 10x points. I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay. What also that card gives me is a $300 travel credit. Just today, when I logged into my account, what I found was the rental car bill came to a total from a Sunday to a Sunday, Came to a bill of $411. I then, when it showed up on my credit card statement, I also immediately had a $300 travel credit towards that payment. So in effect, that rental vehicle cost me $111. Okay, so that's another perk that I had. We took that rental vehicle and we drove to Washington, D.C. All right, we stayed at, you can look this hotel up online. We stayed at the Waldorf Astoria. Waldorf, W-A-L-D-O-R-F, Astoria, A-S-T-O-R-A, in Washington, D.C. It's right in the heart of Washington, D.C., right near the Washington Monument, the White House, the Capitol, Lincoln Memorial, all of those monuments, okay? Right there, right there. It's something like, if you look it up, it's like $600 a night, $700 a night. I have the Hilton credit card, the Aspire card, that also has a high annual fee. But what that card does, it gives me an annual certificate that I can stay in any resort owned by Hilton. They have a whole bunch of hotels, resorts, any of the hotels, any property they own. They also own Waldorf Astoria. That's kind of their luxury brand. All right, so we use one certificate. We have two cards, myself and the missus. We use one certificate to just stay one night at that hotel. When we checked into the room, it was a beautiful building. Beautiful building. It used to be an old post office there. So beautiful lobby, beautiful building. We went up to our room. We had shut the door. We're inside. We hear a knock at the door. A gentleman came to the door. He gave us, I forgot to look up the term for this, but he gave us a meat and cheese tray. All right, it looked like prime cheese, prime meat, and also there's a bucket of ice on there with a bottle of wine in the bucket and cloth napkins. I asked him, is there a charge for this? I didn't want to pay for it. He said, no, it's complimentary. And he gave it to us free, no charge, okay? That literally could have been dinner right there. It's not a healthy dinner, no vegetables or fruit, but it could have been dinner. It was completely free, okay? So we stayed there. We had our dinner, an actual dinner we paid for in that hotel, and we had breakfast next morning that we had to pay for. We got a $25 breakfast credit or meal credit for both Mrs. and myself, two people. So that's $50 credit towards meals there because of the credit card. And we also get a $200 credit every 6 months, so $400 for the year, for Hilton Resorts or Waldorf Astorias. So my total bill of paying for valet parking was either $65, $95, whatever it was, valet parking, and dinner and breakfast the next day. Breakfast was like, with tip, $82, I think, so expensive breakfast, but it was quite tasty and decorative, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, we will get a $200 credit. So those meals and valet parking are basically 100% free. It's a little taste of luxury, okay? Just a little taste of luxury. Yes, there's an annual fee for the Hilton card, but that annual fee is less than the cost of one night in that hotel. I still get an extra $200 credit, and there's other perks of that card that I get. Okay, we then left there. We visited our son while we're there. We then left there and we drove to my dad's house. We stayed at my dad's house basically for free. Okay, that's not a credit card benefit. That's a family benefit. All right. I'm hearing something. I think it's the wind. All right. Then a couple other things we did while we were traveling, driving and stuff. We had to get meals. We ate 2 different times during that week at Chipotle. I have other credit cards that will give me $10 or so a month. One gives me $10 towards Uber. I use Uber Eats. I sat in the parking lot outside of Chipotle somewhere in DC or Maryland, I forget where, and got a burrito bowl. And it cost like $9.50. And Uber Eats thing, I paid for it with that $10, okay? So I got an extra 50 cents in there. I then used another credit card on a different day, close that, on a different day, and we did it again at a different Chipotle. Got a different lunch or dinner or whatever it was, got the same meal, and it was $10 that we got through Grubhub. That was still a different credit card, so 2 meals at Chipotle for free, okay? Also during that week, we attended the Baltimore Orioles baseball game. That wasn't free, but we used the credit card to buy those tickets, so we got points for buying those tickets. We did take the light rail to the stadium. Light rail round trip for 2 people was $8. Okay. We also drove down to the Shenandoah Valley where I lived for 23 years. We stayed in a Holiday Inn there, nothing fancy about it, just basic Holiday Inn. We had one free night. They also gave us free bottles of water, okay, because we're with another credit card. We're like the Diamond member, Elite, whatever it is. We had a parking spot for us too because of our status with that credit card. All right. What else did we do? Oh, also on our flight out in Panama City at Tucumán Airport, we used the Copa Lounge because one of our credit cards gives us the priority pass, so we can access, I forget how many lounges in the airport, 1,600 lounges maybe. We accessed the Copa Lounge at Tucumán Airport. We had free food, free water bottles or coffee. I think we had coffee too, free. There's a bar there. We didn't drink any alcoholic beverages or anything, but if you get a beer, you get a mixed drink, it's free. You get wine, it's free. Everything's free because you're that priority pass, okay? When we flew out, at the end of the trip, BWI, we also went to the airport, and BWI, I think it was Concourse D, has a lounge called The Club. Priority pass got us into that lounge. It was a small lounge, excuse me, but we, again, had free food, free drinks. We didn't drink any alcohol. We don't drink alcohol prior to flying. It's not good for you. It dehydrates you. And then, but they didn't have crab soup. It's in Maryland, and crabs are Chesapeake Bay crabs, so they had crab soup. So we had a couple bowls of crab soup. Whatever else we had, vegetables, had a little salad, some other stuff, food. It was a free meal, okay? And whenever we did, though, have to pay money, buy gas, buy whatever, again, we use credit cards, and we get points. Some credit cards will get 1.5 points for every dollar you spend. Some will give 3x if you eat out and pay for a meal. At the hotels, when I spent $243 on my Hilton card, I got 14x points on that $243. And even though I'll get $200 back as a credit, I still get all those points because I did that a couple months ago in Panama City at a Hilton, at a Waldorf Astoria. They still give me the 14x points, even though they give me the credit back. I think Chase did the same thing. I'm not sure. I forgot to check. On that vehicle, I think I got like 5x points for the total dollar spent, but then I got a $300 credit back, I think. Don't hold me to that. I think they did that. So anyway, if you become a real estate investor, I encourage you, take advantage of this. You can always do cash back. Some investors do that. Some investors say it's too complicated. It's too much this, too much that. They don't want to do it. Baloney. I use a simple spreadsheet, track all my credit cards, I track my rewards, I can log into my account, I have whatever amount of cards with Chase, they all show up when I log in. I log into the misses, they all show up. I log into Amex with Hilton, they all show up. I log into Capital One, they show up. We are traveling later this year, probably to the country of Colombia. Free flights once again. We may take a cruise later this year, just a short cruise. Probably it'll be free, or we'll get like 5x or 10x points, however we do it. I don't know yet exactly how we'll do it. Okay? We have plans as time goes on to take more trips. We get 2 free nights with Hilton a year. We may plan out staying. We like Waldorf Astoria. It's a taste of luxury. When you're a frugal guy like me, look at that old shirt I'm wearing. When you're a frugal guy like me, why not experience a little bit of taste of luxury? You don't have to live in it. You don't have to pay $600 a night or $1,000 a night for these hotel rooms. Stay there for free, okay? Take advantage of the perks that are available for you. If you're in an airport, why buy fast food in an airport and pay $40 for a meal? Go to a lounge. Some lounges give you finger sandwiches. Some lounges will cook you a meal. They all have bars if you want to drink before you fly. I don't recommend it. It's unhealthy, but they do, They have fruit, they have vegetables, they have salads, they have desserts, etc., etc., etc. Take advantage of it, all right? So with that being said, hopefully I can make more videos as time goes on. I need to set myself up a little studio somewhere here too. But anyway, let me walk up to this railing. You can check out below, just see what we got there. There we go, there's that beach down there. All right, so with that being said, I'll wrap this up. Have yourself a great day. And one last thing, if you want a referral to any of my cards, I have Chase, I have Capital One, I have Amex, and I'm getting a Citigroup card. Let me know. I can refer you. My email is always in the description below. Just send me an email and tell me which kind of card you want. or ask me for suggestions if you want. I'll give you my opinion, just my thoughts, my opinion on what card might work for you. So with that being said, have a great day. Stay healthy, stay safe. Maskies, signing out.